So another incident that you was involved in, the 2024 incident, because you covered the 2023 incident in the beginning,
Yes, sir.
and the city council signed the incident. Now the 2024 incident, August 17, 2024, you were arrested by an officer for reckless driving and suspended license in a residential neighborhood. There were reports of a robbery in the neighborhood nearby. I'm assuming that's how it went. Can you explain what happened?
So I was not arrested. I was cited a ticket for reckless driving and driving while suspended. Uh, it was a situation going on in the neighborhood. I was actually just getting off from work. I had nothing to do with the situation at all. I literally was pulled over, as most people said in the comments, for driving while black in the community. This officer was adamant about charging me, abusing his power and authority, even though he was wrong. It was a pretextual stop. It wasn't a stop with reasonable articulate suspicion of a crime being committed. I did not match the description of any of the subjects that were running on foot, nor did my vehicle match the description of the vehicle that was of interest on that call. It was this particular officer who missed out on the action, who missed out on the pursuit, and he wanted to make an arrest that night. He wanted to flex his power and his authority, but then he met Malik Jones, the Gold Law Mogul, and I assured him that night that he would be viral and that he had the right but the wrong one. And so this officer lied and said that I was driving at a high rate of speed, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
I actually stopped at a stop sign, and I just thank God for that situation because I was able to show people me in a different light. Because I had a viral traffic stop before that where I probably could have handled the way that I expressed myself and my frustration completely different. But one thing about God, He gives you testability or testimony. And that traffic stop on August 17, 2024 was a traffic stop for me to not only reintroduce myself in a different light or express my frustration, but to show how intelligent I was. Because if you don't know, I actually went to court and represented myself in that case and went viral. And I just thank God for that opportunity, because without that opportunity, I would never had the opportunity to reintroduce myself. And I actually went viral after another wrongful arrest. So I tell people this: when you're doing this type of work that I'm doing, it's a lifestyle, but it's a lot of things that come with it, and you have to be ready for what comes with it.
Yeah.
You have to always prepare for the worst. And speaking up and speaking out, it comes with a lot. And I've been doing a lot of retaliation, a lot of things that you have to be strong to actually endure. And it affects your family as well. Yes, social media helps bring awareness to a lot of this stuff, but the trauma sometimes never heals.
Yeah. So do you feel like SPD will continue to retaliate over you fighting them back? Because you be talking to them crazy on the videos too now.
So I'll just say this. My experience lately when I've been coming in contact with them on traffic stops, it has been completely different. Even from that 2024 incident, I've been stopped by this officer that said in the video, "Man, I would have arrested him. Man, I would have arrested him." His attitude was completely different, and I admit I was definitely in the wrong. I was on that same road. I was doing about 35 and 25, and he even said, his whole attitude was different. Even some of the stops, I seen an officer, a K9 officer, that is best friends with the officer from my first SPD viral traffic stop, and he was different. He gave me a warning, but I see him violate rights of actually our coworkers every day with his K9 dog. So to answer your question, I think they know that I'm not to be played with, but I don't take that lightly. I'm always on my P's and Q's, and most importantly, what I've done before they started talking to me was I don't really give them a reason to bother me. I don't start things, I finish it. They win the battles and I win the war. You can write a ticket, but I think they see now that they're pretextual stops. These are stops that if you really have the education and knowledge, you can go to court and fight. They'll be dismissed. I've showed them that just because I curse you out, I can also go to court and stand 10 toes as an attorney like I curse you out on the street, because I know the law. I know your standard operating procedure. And so I become a threat. I'm 5'8", but I become a threat when I speak your verbiage to you. I referee basketball, so I understand the form of law enforcement as well. You have to enforce the law and rules and the loopholes and different things like that. But I think they got their answer now. The Malik Jones, the Gold Law Mogul, and they are actually the reason I was able to add the Gold Law Mogul to my name, because of me representing myself in court and the traction that it actually got from that viral traffic stop.